Yo, my G's, it's your girl. I'm back. What you saying? How you been? So, I was just about to do a different reaction video, but my friend just tagged me in this video, and I don't know. Sorry. Yeah, so I'm about to get into this video. It's about this girl who's gone on Dr. Phil, and bruh, I watched like the first 30 seconds and I stopped because I was like, what on earth? It's like a 5-minute video, but I'm gonna watch it. We're gonna get into it. So the title of the video is Dr. Phil. When it comes to black people, I think they're all ugly. Okay, let's get into this.
My beliefs. I'm white. I'm a Caucasian because...
You're white, yeah? Who told you you're white? What liar told you that you're white? When you look in the mirror, you see that your skin is pale. Do you see that?
Everything about me is different from an African American. I have naturally straight hair. My hair isn't nappy. It doesn't require weave. My nose is not giant as like African Americans. My lips.
Okay, she knows she's lying. Her hair is not naturally straight. She knows she has a relaxer. So I don't know why she's sitting there bait-faced lying about her hair. Saying her nose ain't her. She's cute. Like, she ain't ugly. But guess what? You're black, and black people ain't ugly.
Are perfect. They're not too big and they're not too small. Like, they're just perfect. My ears, I don't have black people ears because they're really giant. Most African Americans speak ghetto. But when it comes to black people, I think they're all ugly and I have nothing in common with them. I'm different from African Americans because I'm white.
You got everything in common with them because you're black. you got everything in common with them because you are black. Wait a minute, I see Kim.
Here's just like Kim Kardashian, and she's a wonderful role model.
Wait. She said how what is that, Kim K?
African Americans speak ghetto. But when it comes to black people, I think they're all ugly and I have nothing in common with them. I'm different from African Americans because I'm white. My figure is just like Kim Kardashian, and she's a wonderful role model. I act and I think like a white person instead of a black person. I believe that
Wait a minute. Number one, you can't put all black people in one category and say they all act in one way. And you can't put all white people in one category and say all white people act one way. You can't act white. You can't act black. They skin colors.
completely and utterly better than them. Like, we're on two different levels. Like, okay, African Americans are here, I'm here. White people act and think just way more mature than African Americans. Black people, they think in a criminal way. When I think about African Americans, I feel like asking them, what is wrong with them? They're really dangerous. And for African Americans...
Where's her parents? Where's her parents though? Nah, where's your parents? No.
American is on the same street as I am. I'll cross the street to avoid their chaotic, thuggish ways.
Are you okay?
I'm irritated.
I'm sorry.
I just know that I'm white. I mean, she might not know that I'm white, but I know that I'm white. I can feel it through my veins. I feel it through my blood. I tell my mom I'll never be like any of those Negroes. My mom tries to criticize me about my supposed race. I tell her she's just ignorant. There's nothing wrong with my views.
What shocked me the most is that she said her mum tries to question her. Like, tries to question... Like, sorry. Wait a minute. If she was my child... If she was my child... Oh my days. I wouldn't be questioning her about, oh, are you sure? Are you sure? No.
Beliefs, because I have freedom of speech and everything I'm saying is true.
Okay, Treasure, how are you this morning?
Pretty great. How are you?
I'm all right.
That's great.
Now, you've been listening to everything we've talked about so far,
Yes,
right?
I have.
And is there anything that your mom has said or told me about that's inaccurate, incomplete, or that you want to add something to?
Well, I mean, actually, yeah. You guys called me delusional earlier, and I feel like the only people
I did
who...
not call you delusional. I asked your mother if she thought you were delusional.
Yes, well, you asked her that question. I would like to clarify the fact that I'm nowhere near delusional. I'm actually very capable and a very intelligent person, so...
Being delusional and being intelligent are not mutually exclusive.
Well, I feel like if you're being delusional, then you got to be some type of retarded, and I'm not that.
Well, I have two things to say about that. Number one, that's absolutely just simply not the fact. And number two, using that word is very derogatory. So I'd appreciate it if you wouldn't use that word.
Yeah, well, okay, well, I'll understand, only because I'm a very respectful person, and if you wish that I don't use that word, then I most definitely won't use it.
Okay, appreciate that.
Okay, no problem.
When you say that
she has some discipline, yeah? She's willing to listen to Dr. Phil. Man, this girl.
believe yourself to be Caucasian, tell me why you believe that to be true.
Well, I know I'm a Caucasian because when I wake up in the morning, I just have such a great life. And that my hair is so perfect, my skin isn't ugly, and I'm not fat also, which is also really...
This is starting to get really sad. Like, do you know what it is? She's created this world for herself that she can escape from the realities of what it's like being a black person and all the stereotypes that are thrown on being a black woman. And all the self-hate that she's had, this is what she's created, this facade, and decided to, quote-unquote, live life as a white person. Which, unfortunately for her, is never going to be a truth. Because no one would ever accept her as white. Because she's not. But it's really sad because the environment in which we live in has created this hatred.
African American thing, so like I'm just nowhere near like them, and plus they're so thug and criminal that I can't relate.
Okay.
Clearly she's been surrounded by a lot of thugs. Maybe she hasn't, I don't know, maybe she hasn't met a lot of, or she hasn't had a lot of positive black role models in her life. I mean, her mom looks like a decent person.
Yeah, okay.
Well, I mean, that's just so riddled with ignorance, I don't even know how to respond.
Okay.
And I'm not saying it to be insulting. Ignorance doesn't mean lack of intelligence, it means lack of information. Mm-hmm. I think you're confusing the concept of race and ethnicity, because race is really biologically determined.
I know I'm biologically white. I feel it through my veins and through my blood. I don't just think I'm white. I know that I'm white. There's no doubt in my mind.
Even though I have told you that your father was not your father and that you are actually African American?
You might be lying. I don't trust anything that anyone else says. I know that I'm white.
Ethnicity, on the other hand, has to do with whether or not you identify with a particular group in terms of their culture and practices, beliefs, religions, things that go along with that particular group, and that has nothing to do with race. Sometimes they can overlap, but not always.
Well, I feel like you're wrong. You're completely wrong.
I agree with her. He's wrong. I agree.
And I know my race, and I'm a proud white person. Mm-hmm. And there's nothing, I feel it through my brain. It's like, it's literally in my blood. There's no way. I don't believe that I'm white. It's not my ethnicity.
Treasure, do you accept
my race.
Wow. Wow. So, wow. I feel sorry for the girl. I don't know what that was about. I wish I had the whole story. I don't know what that was about, what her mum said that your dad is not your dad. Maybe her dad has been lying to her about who her father was, and maybe had told her that her father was a white man, which in this day and age, or in any age, could be a possibility for her to have a white father and just come out really dark skinned. That happens. But her mother's now saying that her dad, I guess, is a black man, and that telling her that she's black. I don't know. So maybe that's the denial. Maybe, you know, her father that she thought was her father all along was a white man, and she feels very connected to him, so she feels like she's white. And I kind of get that, because that's the man that she grew up with, and that's the man that she would want to be like and follow in footsteps. But yeah, but she's black and African American. It's unfortunate. Maybe she might have some white heritage, but she's black. She is black, and I feel sorry for her. Actually, I feel, at first it was funny, or it was like, and I hope he actually helps her rather than attacking her. And clearly she needs to go into some counselling. But yeah, that's my reaction video for today. What's your opinion? The girl, is she crazy? Is she sad? What do you think? Let me know. Subscribe, like. Peace out.